The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Bryant with a catch right side. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
shotgun now for Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. Dude. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And this is going to depend on forward progress, but they're saying no. He didn't get there. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And that absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action here with Rosen. Got a man. It's the rookie Christian Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds right at about.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Hassan not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle with the snap over the head of the QB, and guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Why when they were doing, I told you when they were singing that part, they're incredible, bow, bow, bow. He had hit me from the back of the head, right here, and he was like, bow, then he bow. I got mad. I got mad. Oh, man.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Corey Peters in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
93.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
6-18. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Dancing to his left. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conlon. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. On 1st, here's Washington. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Don't let my phone fall.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll run it with West. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is West. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Hold on. Okay, well, don't lay back right now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On play action, now Carr. He finds Roberts, complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Charles, this was the 27th ranked rushing attack coming in. That play sort of shows why.
Yeah, and I have to admit that I'm a little bit surprised because they have talent on the line. They've got talent in the backfield, but for whatever reason, they can't mesh it together and make progress.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 40. The drive begins with a handoff to West. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This is Mostert. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go.
Rosen off the play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from the desert after this. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Going deep here for Bryant. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Carr. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Oh my goodness.
Now a play fake. Carr. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Carr. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
On second down, Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Carr now on first down. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Carr now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew.
And doing also makes perfect.
Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half, as it's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Could strip. The ball's out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
All right, now, look at 56.
They go play action. It's Rosen. He's got it to West on the dump off. Oh, and now West lost the football. It's out. The Cardinals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rosen. And incomplete here on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The 4th down
back up from the
successful.
TV, dude.
Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Chill out, man. That's a little better from TV.
Now, you ready? You got 56 there.
They'll start the drive with Washington. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Carr. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 734. Right now.
Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nelson's first catch. Good for a 1st down.
Yeah.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
What's up? Babe, chill out. I'm gonna do it. Do it when I do it. How you think I'm doing the same thing? You know what I'm gonna do, babe.
Hey, later, too.
If what you gonna go to somebody else? Or you gonna...
They go play action here on 1st down. Out left side here to Bryant. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork.
I just don't want you being like, dang, I should have won your person.
But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
694. Go, Chief. Go, go. Get set, get set.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Robert Kindici in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the right hash. It's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin here with a run by West. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Rosen throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And the Raiders have got him. Cliff Averill in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. This will be fielded at the 17. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throw on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
808.
Carr going to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Right back to Washington. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
Oftentimes we praise an
Kyrie
offense
back.
for variety of being able to hit people with the run and the
Stop
pass,
getting so
but in
close to
this
the
game,
TV.
how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The Raiders on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. He finds Roberts, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
24. 6:37.
Now Carr. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Play action here with Rosen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Carr. And Cook has it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Washington on 3rd and short. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
6-18. 6-18.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And Ty runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down.
Enough to start you off a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He completes it to Bryant. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Again, it's Richard, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, 7:34.
Carr going to throw here. Steps away to his left. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Stop off on that.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. With it on the return is Logan. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run again with Logan, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Frosty Rucker in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
So who is you doing?
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Alright, that's just because you put him as the lieutenant, that don't mean...
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over. Gone.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Flushed out right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
694. 734.
Carr going to look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Oakland, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Arizona, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, and I done there every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just wanna make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Victory, victory, gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, victory, zombie gang rapping at NYC. Victory, victory, ice on my neck like I'm Little Weak. We run like a paraclete. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already dead. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated and love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary, the start of war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to
a gem on there. I'm on earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm, have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So the see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss the death, forever take your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death, forever take your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm in. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You wish you could reuse and know the ledge. What's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for money, strictly for money. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I believe skirt. Get back, give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? The warning. Watch them like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather you need Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
Honorable Sino.
Yeah.
Buddha blesses me.
Chill. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We buy the bar now. Swing doors now. Smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't skid. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Pocket splitters. Don't think I'm ready. You got that swag. You got that salt, then sell it. Free mind. Cash them out, we bailin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student felon. Now I got a lawyer, straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element, out my element. My the same, don't need no clout, no fame. Bought the game, all brand new chain. Ice, swerve the lane, call the group the gang. Whip that thing, this shit give me. Ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it, bring it. Don't want no, they pull up with they. It's times 3, this how it go. Park $1 million at the. We gon' eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs than Rich like water, go to Cabo. Cash in the walls, hollow. Your money too small, micro. Hunch up on the car. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We buy the bar now. Swing doors now. Smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't skid. Splash. Think about post now